Hello everybody, welcome to the Go language course. In this video, I'm going to discuss the use of slices in Go language. Before I do so, I have to include the main package at the beginning of the file. And also I have to import the fmt package so that I'm able to use the printline function coming from this package. Now let's start the discussion of the slices in Go language. What is a slice actually? Slices don't store data like arrays do. And slices are just referring to a section of an underlying array. And slices don't have a fixed size. Also, slices can be resized dynamically. So these sentences will be explained by using some examples later. A slice has three components to store: the pointer to an array, the length of the slice, and the capacity of the slice. So the pointer can point to different elements of the underlying array. So it means that for a slice, we have to rely on an array to get it. Without this array, we are not able to talk about a slice. And the length of the slice is the size of the slice. Okay, we will see some examples later to understand this sentence. And the word capacity of a slice here is meaning the size of the underlying array. So the capacity here is referring to the underlying array. And the capacity would start from the pointer position. So we will see some examples later to understand this meaning. Now the example is here. Suppose now I have an underlying array that has 5 numbers, okay? So the index would be from 0 to 4, and if the pointer to start with is pointing to the second element of the array, then I'm able to create a slice from this pointer position. So I want to create a slice of length 3. So it means that I'm going to go back to the underlying array, and we start with index 1, and I want to pick up 3 elements starting from index 1 to become my slice of the underlying array. So for the slice here, the index will be 0, 1, and 2. It means that the first position of the slice will be just index 0. Okay, so we can see that the length of the slice is just 3, but the capacity of this slice is 4. Because the pointer position is in the second position of the underlying array. So if we start with the second position of the underlying array, I have 4 more elements to go. That means the capacity is 4. Okay, so the capacity is different from the length in Go language. Okay. Now let's start to see how we can create a slice. So we don't need to denote a number inside the square brackets if we want to denote a slice. So the slice will be having 5 numbers, okay? These 5 numbers will become the content of a slice. So I can use this notation here, okay? Square brackets and the integer and then the curly brackets to store my elements of my slice, okay? So of course I'm able to print the slice directly. Now you can see that I'm able to print out all the numbers in my slice, okay? Now I can say something about the slice again. A slice can be created from an array, okay? So I have an array first, and then I want to start from the first index and end just before the second index, okay? And I want to denote a slice by saying the start and end indices. So I would like to start from the first index here, which is number 1, and I would just end before the second index, which is 4. So I would just start with index number 1 and I end before index number 4. So index number 4 is here, which is the last element in my underlying array. So from 1 to 4 means that I'm able to get back the middle 3 elements from my underlying array. So the slice will be containing 2, 3, and 4 from my underlying array called ARR, okay? So let us see the result of printing it out. Okay, let me just save the thing first. Okay, you can see I have 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see that I'm able to start with index 1 and end before index 4. So I will have index 1, 2, and 3 from my underlying array, okay? Now, okay, let us see this part. We can create a slice with the default values with the make function. And we can specify the data type and the length of the slice. So let us see how we can make use of the make function here. I use the make function to make a slice. So remember not to include any number in the square brackets when we want to denote a slice. So the slice will be storing integers, and I want to have a length of 3 of my slice. Okay, so I have a slice that stores integers, and the slice length will be 3. So let us see the result. Of course, when I just use int here without really inserting some numbers into my slice, I will have the default values of my integer data type. So you can see that I will have 3 zeros here, and 3 here means the number of elements in my slice. Okay, so I will have 3 zeros instead. Now, how can I access a slice? I can use this approach. I can use the index of my slice to denote the position that I'm going to take. Okay, so I have a slice here. The slice is containing 3 numbers, which are all integers, 1, 2, and 3. And when I want to get the index 1, I'm able to get back number 2 from my slice 2. So let us see the result to see whether it is the case or not. Okay, you can see number 2 coming out, because index 1 of my slice would refer to number 2 in my slice. Okay. Okay, I can modify a slice. So how can I do so? I can have an idea like this one. The elements in the underlying array will be modified too when I modify a slice. So what does it mean by this sentence? Let us see this idea. So I can just say that my slice index 1 will become 10. So you will expect that I will have 1, 10, 3 rather than 1, 2, 3 at the beginning. So let us see if this is the case or not when I print out the whole slice back. Okay, I will get 1, 10, 3. Okay, so remember that the underlying array will also be modified when I just modify the slice. Okay. Okay, we can append a slice. So what does it mean by appending a slice? We give the original slice and the elements to append, and then the capacity of the slice is also increased after the appending action. So I can use the append function here, and I want to append my original slice, which is slice 2 here, and I want to add 4 and 5 into my original slice. So you will expect that I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my slice 3, which is obtained by appending my original slice 2. Okay. Yes, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will see that there are 2 more elements in my my slice 3. Okay. Okay, we can really slice a slice. That means we can cut something out of a given slice. How can I do so? I need to indicate the starting index and the index just before the end of a slice to do the slicing from a slice. So here I have my slice 4, which has 5 integers, and I want to get a new slice coming from my old slice. So I want to get from index 1, and I will end before index 3. So I will have 2, 3 coming out, because index 3 will be referring to 4, and 3 will not be included, so I'm able to get index 1 and index 2. Okay, so let me see the result of printing the slice out. Okay, you can see I can get 2 and 3 back because I just pick up a portion of my original slice to become my new slice. Okay. And now we are going to talk about the way to copy a slice. So suppose I have a source slice here, and before I need to do the copying, I have to make a slice with the default integer values first. How can I do so? I have to use the make function to include the slice, which is of integer, and also I have to include the length of my destination slice, which is just having the same length as my source slice. Okay, so that is the destination slice, and then I can use the copy function here. I put the destination slice, which is having default values of 0, and then I include the source slice as the second argument. Okay, so I can do the copying to see that the destination slice will be storing the same values as the source slice does. Okay, so let me try to play with the program to get the output from the console. You can see that I'm really able to do the copying. So the destination slice is now containing the same elements as the source slice does. Okay. Now we can also iterate over a slice. How can I do so? I can just use the range keyword on a slice. So I have a slice here, and I can say the index and the value for my slice 5 that is going to be iterated. And then I say range my slice 5, and then I'm able to get the index and the value corresponding to that index. So let me see the result of printing it out. So index 0 would become the first element, which is 1. Index 1 will be the second element, which is 2, so on and so forth. So you can see that I here meaning the first position is meaning the index, and the second variable here is meaning the actual value stored in my slice according to my position. Okay. Now let's talk about reslicing. What does it mean by reslicing? It means that I'm going to change my original slice by taking part of my original slice as my new content. So I have my slice 6 here. So this is a slice having 5 numbers. And I want to slice from index 0 to index 2. So I can use empty value :3 to mean that I'm going to include everything just before my second index number 3. So I'm able to get a 0, 1, 2 here. So that means I'm able to get the first 3 values to become my new slice content. So you can see I'm going to do the overwriting of my original variable. So you will expect that my slice 6 will become just 1, 2, 3. Of course, it is still a slice, but it is a shorter slice than before. And of course, I'm also able to do the slicing in another way. I can give the starting index and a colon followed by nothing. It means that I'm going to start from the index 1 here up to the end. Okay, so let us see the 2 results of the printing action. Yes, you can see something like this one. When I start with index 0 up to before index 3, I'm able to get 1, 2, 3 here. So you can see my slice 6 is just 1, 2, 3. And having this new my slice 6, I'm going to do the reslicing again. So I want to start with index 1, which is number 2, and after number 2 I want to get everything out. So you will see that the second reslicing will give me 2, 3 only. Okay, so I will just have this portion to become my answer to the second reslicing. Okay. Now we can also have multi-dimensional slices in Go language, which is also known as slice of slices. And we have to notice something here. If I want to denote a multi-dimensional slice, we have no numbers to be put into the square brackets. So you can see that we have no numbers here. And after that, we can just put 3 slices into my slice 2D here. So I'm able to show all the contents in doing so. Let me see the result now. Okay, you can see 3 slices are packed into the slice 2D. Okay, slice number 1, slice number 2, and slice number 3. Okay. And we can take a look at the meaning of the length and capacity of a slice by using another example. So suppose my slice 7 has these 5 integers, and you can print out the length and the capacity. They will be the same because the length is 5 for my slice, that is obvious, and capacity here is meaning the size of my underlying array, so it is also 5. And after doing the reslicing to get index 1 and end before index 3, I'm able to get these 2 numbers for my slice 8. And then since the length of my slice is just 2, for my slice 8, the length will be 2, but the pointer will start with index number 1, and I'm going to get the rest of my elements to become the capacity of my slice. So you can expect that the capacity of my slice 8 will be 4, because it refers to the starting position of my underlying array, which is index 1 and up to the end. So let us see the result. Yes, you will have 5, 5, 2, and 4 for these 4 results. Okay, remember that the capacity will start with the slicing position up to the end. Okay, so this part is really the length of the capacity. Okay, So this part is the value of the capacity of my slice 8, okay. And we can make a slice that has a specified capacity. How can I do so? I can use the make function to include the type of the slice, the length of the slice, and the capacity of the slice. So I can use the make function to include a string slice, and the length is 2, the capacity is 4, okay. So I can print out the slice here, and of course for string here, the default values will be just empty strings. And the length will of course be 2, and the capacity will of course be 9. And the first element of my slice will be the string, and after that I'm able to show the new slice after the assignment here. So you'll see I will have A, B, C here, followed by 2 more empty strings, okay? And you have an empty string here for my first answer, okay? The length is 2, the capacity is 4. That is already set up in my make function, okay? And we have to remember something. A slice cannot really access the remaining portion of the underlying array. Otherwise, we will have runtime error. For example, my slice 9 number 2 is assigned as another string, but the length is just 2. It means that I'm not able to really access the index beyond my length, okay? So if I'm already exceeding the length limit, I'm not able to get back the portion in my underlying array, okay? So this way will not be allowed. You can see that index out of range with length 2, okay? My slice here has just a length of 2, but index 2 here is already referring to the third element in my slice, which is not allowed, okay? This part is already beyond my length of 2 units, okay? So this part is not allowed. So this video has discussed the meaning of a slice in Go language. We have to understand the meaning of the underlying array, the slice, the length of a slice, and the capacity of a slice, which is referring to the length of the underlying array, okay, starting from the given pointer position. And we know how to do the slicing by using the first index to start and the ending index, and we take the elements from the first index and we will end before the second index, okay. And we can create a slice with the default values by using the make function, and we know how to access a slice, modify a slice, append a slice, and we can also slice a slice. We can do the copying of a slice to another slice with default values initially. We know how to iterate over a slice. We know how to do reslicing. We can make multi-dimensional slices. We have the explanation of the meaning of the length and the capacity of a slice. And we also know how to make a slice that has a specified capacity. This is the end of the video. If you have any questions about my video, please leave your questions on the comment section below the video. If you like this video, please give me a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.